Rise and grind, it's that time. Morning sun, coffee chime. 3 small folks, 1 average bro. Tune in now, let's start the show. Tiny crew, big dreams, brewing thoughts, vivid schemes. Sipping on that morning brew. Got that energy, how about you? Little bit of coffee, a little bit of fun. Kicking off the day, everybody come. Perk up your ears, hear the latest buzz. Grab your mug, join the morning fuss. Short in size, tall in spirit. Every topic, yeah, we near it. Laughter news.
So grab your Joe and let's go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What up? Good morning, and welcome to a little bit of coffee. I am your host, POD. Listen, we got a great morning for you. First, let's introduce our cat. We got the wide one they call when crap hits the fan. He's our guy. He got that master plan. Make some noise for Pappy.
Hey.
Happy.
Good morning.
Get that music down a little bit. My goodness, that's loud.
Happy.
Let's do that all over again. What's that? You know what? I don't even think that I was fair to Pappy. I'm going to do it all over again.
Okay.
Welcome to a little bit of coffee, where we take the mundane boring out of your Monday morning. I am your host, POD. It's time to introduce my cast. He's the wise one they call when crap hits the fan. He's the guy who's got the master plan. Make some noise for the father of the group, DJ Pappy.
Hey. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And if it bumps, thumps, or makes a sound, he's the king. When them beats come down, break it down for DJ Shortcut.
Hey.
Oh, last but not least, from the ring to the mic, he's got tons. Wait, I can't even read this morning. Too much to chill. Too much chill. The guy's got the moves, and then sportsman's will. Shoot up the 3 from my dog, the turtle, man. Tell you what, I stink today at this. I stink at this today. Not enough sleep. Been watching basketball. Oh my goodness! It is.
Hey man, it was a great night of sports.
That's what I hear.
It was a great day of sports. It was a great weekend. What are you talking about?
Great day.
Yeah.
Great day. A great weekend of sports. You know, let's see. Let's change this up a little, because these two fellas, they've got their own topics today. So, Shortcut, Pappy, we're going to take you off the stage for just a minute. And we're going to open the morning with a little bit of sports talk. And then we'll bring you guys on for your topics right after the break. So, Turtle, what we got in the world of sports this week? Kentucky Derby was this weekend, wasn't it?
What's that now?
Kentucky Derby was over the weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kentucky Derby was this weekend. It was, from what I hear, it was a great turnout. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch most of it. I was too busy watching the basketball games and, everything else going on. We had a ton of sports going on. I love the Derby. I love the horse races, but when you got the playoffs going on,
it's hard. It's hard. I'm going to take just a minute here and interrupt you. I'm going to pull our producer on the stage. I'm totally catching him off guard, but I just remembered our producer. He plays security at the Kentucky Derby, so let's get him on here to just add a few words in here. Josh, come up on the stage for us, buddy. What's up, Mr. Slam Tremors? Let's take him off mute. His hair looks lovely. Can you tell how off guard we caught him?
Oh my.
You got to unmute your mic.
You got to unmute your mic, brother.
Your mic is still muted. Slim Tremors, you got to unmute your mic.
Yep, I got it, buddy.
There we go.
We got it. See, look, we caught him totally off guard. He didn't have time for a brush or nothing.
Man, it looked like you were jockeying yesterday. Were you on the back of one of them horses?
I was working the main entrance there at the Kentucky Derby for the past 4 days. It was an amazing experience. This is my second year doing it. It's just sick to see all the people dressed so fancy, from the race to all the activities going on at the Kentucky Derby. I recommend anybody go to one of those events. It is absolutely spectacular. 150 some thousand people attended
Oh
the
my
Kentucky
goodness!
Derby this year for the 151.
I knew
I,
there was a big turnout, but that's a lot of people, man.
that's a lot of people. That's big.
That's bigger than most stadiums.
First off, thank you for letting us catch you off guard and pull you on stage. This was not expected to anyone watching. He totally did not expect this
I would have told
whatsoever.
my hair too.
I mean, as you can tell,
He's all like, "What? Oh my gosh, what are you doing to me?"
Yeah, I would have pulled my hair for you guys, but you know what? I'm off guard. I don't care. Kentucky Derby was
Right.
awesome.
It was. I wanted to ask you now: is it just one race, or there several races, like three races?
It's one big race that lasts about 2 minutes for the winner.
So all that hype is for like a legit, just a 2 minute race?
I mean, with everything going on, there's like the activities from music to everything. There's so much to do while you're attending. They have parties up in the suites, up in the box areas. People just out having fun drinking. Just placing their bets. There's so much to do.
That's really interesting. I did not realize the race was that quick though.
Yeah,
In my head, I had it like it was a hour-long type thing, but I guess horses aren't even able to run that long for that fast.
Right.
That's what she said.
I just recently learned, believe it or not, I learned it through a little research I was doing on Billy the Kid. When I was researching Billy the Kid, they were talking about how when he would have to run away from to get away from the law, he had to keep the horses well rested because a horse can only sprint for, I think it's 4.5 minutes tops. And I didn't know that. So now that I'm thinking about that in my little research combined with the Kentucky Derby, I guess that makes sense. How many laps is it, Josh? Do you know?
I'm not too sure on how many laps it was. I'm not too sure.
They're paying attention to security.
People and making sure they're safe and not getting ran over by the
nobody's.
So
Yeah. Well, thank you for stopping in. We're going to get into basketball talk here. Get back to work, okay? I mean, geez. So, NBA news. Oh, my goodness. Let's start with the W first. WNBA kicked off preseason this weekend.
Yes, it did.
And, oh, my goodness. Your Aces, the Las Vegas Aces, looked incredible.
They looked amazing. I'm so happy with the Aces. I mean, we have the possibility of, taking it again all the way through this year. Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Well, I said mine, Turtle. He's got to go this week. I mean, I watched them play up at the Notre Dame Arena, which I found interesting to be here in Indiana. I'm a huge Asia Wilson fan. Definitely well-deserved MVP all 3 years she's gotten it.
Mm-hmm.
She has got to. How tall is that woman? I tell you, when I even see her on commercials and stuff,
I couldn't quote it, but she is a beast.
Yeah, 6'8".
I was putting her 6'7", 6'8" myself. I mean, she is tall. But my goodness, is she a beast on the court? I mean,
Mr. Andrick, all right, he was giving us a little Kentucky Derby afternoon. But the Aces looked really, really good. I cannot remember that player they got out of Seattle. I just went blank at 7 o'clock in the morning. But they picked up their star from Seattle, and I wish I could remember her name right off the top of my head. I came a little unprepared on that one. But they looked phenomenal over the weekend. I watched them. And then, of course, we got to talk about my Indiana Fever, who will be winning the 2025. I'll call it right now.
Whatever, CC lover. Come on.
Anybody want to bet me dinner or something on it? Let's do it.
Keep dreaming. I mean, the day that it happens the day that the Aces play the Fever.
The Asians play the Aces.
Aces. Not
Oh, I thought you said the
Asians. The
Asians. I
Aces
thought you said the
play the
Asians.
Fever. My
We get a
goodness.
whole, we get a
Man,
whole
you
team of
couldn't guess.
Asians. Yeah, we are going to lose. We get a whole team of Asians. We are going to lose.
No joke, buddy. But no, the day that we have the Las Vegas Aces play against the Indiana Fever, this podcast is not going to hear the end of it.
We
You
should
and
just do
I,
that day. We should just go live
man,
and
I
let
tell you
fans
what.
join in with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, Fever did a doubleheader this weekend. They played the Washington Mystics Saturday, and then they played the Brazilian national team yesterday. The Washington Mystics was a very good game. They definitely came out strong. They got, I think it's 3 rookies. The entire team looked fantastic. They
Mhm.
had us all the way up to the third quarter. Third quarter, we finally took the lead. And by the way, Saturday's game was without Caitlin Clark. She was nursing a left leg injury, which I never did catch what that was. But they did
You wouldn't have
phenomenal.
noticed that. You wouldn't have known she had a leg injury yesterday with the way
Oh
that
no,
she
you
played.
wouldn't have.
No, not
And
at all.
Saturday's star was Sophie Cunningham. For any of you that's familiar with the W, we got her out of in free agency out of Arizona, and just what a good game Saturday. And when we won it, the main reason I'm talking about that game this morning is it upset me a little because it seems the W has trouble with meeting in the middle and shaking hands like it's supposed to be. Game's over, let's go back to normalcy here. And they walked off the court.
Mhm.
The Fever were out there ready to shake hands, and just an awkward moment. And I think they need to get away from the unsportsmanlike conduct summit. They're starting to gain a fan base, and I think when you start getting tacky and something, it's a good way to lose it again too.
Absolutely, it needs to stay more professional. I agree with you on that. 100%.
NBA news. Here we go.
Here we go.
Cato,
Round
our good
2.
friend Cato's. Me and Turtle have a mutual friend named Cato, legend in the world of midget wrestling. He
Mhm.
is a Golden State
Family to
Warriors
me, a brother
fan.
of mine.
Yeah, yeah. He is the man. He's one of them we all looked up to in that business. His Golden State Warriors finally closed out the series last night, and they were the underdogs.
Right. I was rooting
The
for
number
them.
7 Golden State Warriors defeated the Houston Rockets, the number 2 seed, to go
Yep.
on to face the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that series begins tomorrow night. I think it's down there in the ticker what time. In East Coast news, Indiana Pacers moved on. Yay! And not only did they move on to round 2,
He said they moved on. Yay.
but last night the Indiana Pacers
Oh,
defeated
goodness.
the number 1 Cleveland Cavaliers. I'd like to repeat that one more time, just in case by any chance I lost
Oh,
signal.
goodness.
The number 1 Cleveland Cavaliers were defeated by the number 4 Indiana Pacers in round 2, putting the Indiana Pacers at 1-0 in round 2 of the NBA series. Tonight we got the Boston Celtics taking on the New York Knicks in game 1
Let's go
and
Celtics.
round 2. And I do believe we
Sporting my
got a
green for
couple
today.
West Coast teams, don't we? Don't we got West Coast somebody's up tonight? Denver, maybe? I don't have the list in front of me.
It's game 7 of the is it the last
round
game
1, I think
7?
it's all the way done. I think round 1's all the way done, isn't it?
Is the
Maybe
Nuggets
not.
game 7 done? Okay. So let's see. We got
Good morning, Kim.
I'm brain farting on who we got out west right now.
Ah.
It's the Nuggets versus
It doesn't really matter. Pacers are in. That's all that matters. Oh, OKC.
the Pacers are in,
OKC's
and my Celtics are in. OKC. There you go. That's what it is. It's OKC. You're right.
OKC versus is it Nuggets?
Yep.
Yeah. OKC versus
OKC and the
Nuggets.
Nuggets, and then you got the T-Wolves and what you call it? We just talked about earlier. The Timberwolves and Dagon. You guys.
These Monday morning? No, that's West. T-Wolves
Oh.
versus Now you got me. See what you just did? Golden State.
Golden State, thank you. You see, look at this. You know what? I need more coffee.
Monday
Hang on.
mornings are rough.
Let me go ahead and drink this.
Yeah, let me give me a sip too. Tell you what, that's sports this week with Turtle and POD. That's our update. If you guys want to chime in, chime in. We put your comments on the board if you want to. But before we go to break, I always forget to do this because, again, not enough coffee in my system. Take a moment, please. Share our page. If you do not know what our page is, let me just pull that up for you right here now. I gotta get some new staff here, you know. Where is it? There's a YouTube page. You can watch us every week right there at that page right there.
There it is.
Take a moment and like, subscribe, and share. Also take a moment and visit my good buddies over at antiagingbed.com. I haven't advertised them enough recently. Antiagingbed.com/microbrothersunited. You're looking for a nice way of getting a different type of healing, quantum healing. Do your research. I promise you won't regret it. That being said, let me get us to a commercial break. We'll be back in a minute. Wrong one. And we are back. What's happening, everybody?
Hey.
Living.
Good morning, Shortcut and DJ
Good morning.
Pappy. New in
What'd
your
you say,
guys'
fellas?
world today. Anything new? You guys want to just look for a little morning gap for a moment?
Sure. I have some things that I've been wondering. I call them Pappy's Ponders.
Happy
If we
Pop.
want to take that time and
Well,
Pappy's Ponders.
before we get into that, though, you got anything that's happened really exciting over the last week for you?
My week has been wonderful as always, living with my boo and enjoying life day to day. I can't think of anything wonderful. We had mom over for dinner. Actually, it was my birthday yesterday, and my mother.
Birthday!
Happy birthday, Pappy.
Happy
My
Pappy
mother-in-law
birthday.
to be made me the most amazing dinner. Oh, we had breakfast for supper. I don't know if you ever had breakfast for supper, but we had the
Brunch.
your lupper.
Mm-hmm.
But we had
Lover.
Oh, lover.
yeah, we had the white sauce over pancakes and sausage and noodle. Oh my God! And then she made fresh vegetables and we had an amazing cake that she made from scratch. And it was just, I'm still full from last night. It was such a wonderful, the thought and process and all the baking that she did for me was amazing. So I'm grateful.
Now, before we go and we hear about Jess Week, I do just want to check on you. You talk a lot about your boo, but see, your boo has been a friend of mine for many, many, many years. So, and I know she's a mean woman. So I got to make sure you're
Oh,
safe. Blink twice if you need us to come to your rescue and you're fibbing.
okay. No, I'm good.
Okay, he's safe. He is safe, guys. He is safe.
She's a
And you can go
sweetheart.
ahead and cancel that rescue. Anyway,
She's 4 foot of dynamite and a 3 foot body. I'll tell you that. She is.
she is ornery. I know.
She
In our
is. But
friendship,
she's.
me and her friendship, I've been friends with her since the early '90s, and it's kind of comical. I think I know I've shared this with you before. Her and I met on a Yahoo chat because I didn't know any little people. I think she was actually the first female LP I'd ever even spoke to,
Really.
and we became such good friends. Like I seriously, and obviously you've seen a brother sister type relationship.
Oh yeah, you guys got a
Always,
great relationship. Yeah.
I've always been the innocent angel one of the friendship.
All right.
And anyone who knows me, they're totally believing that too. So
Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah,
think you got the characters different in that relationship, I think.
Shortcut.
Yeah.
How was your week, buddy?
Oh man, it was a thunderous and wet weekend. Gainesville, Georgia. We had a water spout tornado that was caught on camera. There was other.
Wow.
Bless her.
It was a couple good footage of that. I only got one of them on here, but anyway, I know you guys are DJs and you guys experience this, man. It's hard enough when you're working by yourself. Well, I actually had a buddy named Chris that was helping me. Told us, man, the older I get, the heavier those speakers get. But man, getting everything set up as wet as it was and everything. I had garbage bags hung over the speakers and everything, but I got everything set up. It was crazy. Uh,
You're a DJ in the Atlanta area, is that correct?
well,
Atlanta, Georgia?
Gainesville, Georgia, but I service wherever, man. I'll go where the money goes. I mean, if you,
But,
yeah,
but mainly the Georgia area is what I'm asking. Oh my goodness.
was that
Hello.
hotline? Hello?
Sorry about that.
We
Got a
have a
phone
fan
call right
calling
away
in.
asking for a DJ in Gainesville, Georgia.
Oh, I'm looking for a DJ. Yeah. Can you play
Yeah.
top 40, please, with a little
Well,
funk?
Someone looking for a
Ah.
DJ? Yeah, rain or shine, man. I'm there, and I gotta hand it to DJ. Man, I put my notes down. DJ Flash, man, you saved my life, man. Giving me DJ gigs, covering for me, man. You taught me everything I know. And DJ Briggs filling in for me at the
And you're not getting a
Los
DJ award.
Los
And you ain't
man.
getting a
The,
DJ award
the lines are hot now,
there.
man. Keep on going.
He's talking like he's receiving an Oscar today.
No joke.
We were just congratulating y'all business being good, man. He's like, I'd like to take this time to thank my parents. Hang on a minute, let me get my notes. I was waiting on that to go into a great big thank you speech. So
Well,
each
it
of
was
you
headed there,
guys,
but that's all right.
for some,
Hey, it's always nice when you find somebody that's grateful.
Yeah.
who had man.
Now we got AOL trying to
this.
contact us.
Everybody locate your phone. Just about yours is about to go off too.
We don't went back to the dial-up service days, y'all.
Yeah.
Shut up. That was awkward. Now that we're in 1994 again, how are y'all?
Man, I'm back to being a teenager. Oh wait, sorry, Pod. I didn't mean. Oh wait, am I the youngest one in the crowd? I better behave myself. Oops.
I'm
I'm the oldest one in the crowd, so yeah. I'm going to have to school you. That's why they call you Pappy.
We'll just say I'm over 50 and I'll leave it at that. How's that sound?
I ain't even close to that, but that's all right. I can't reach that high.
Oh, God, I
Let's
hope
play
we
a
can.
little game. Let's play a little game. I'm holding up a finger. Guess which one? No.
Exactly. All right, I'll quit the nonsense. My bad.
No, we're fine. That's what the show's on. These people are waking up on Monday morning. Now think about it. Just a little history here.
We're talking
When we
about
first
fingers and
started
stuff.
talking about creating the Little Bit of Coffee show, a Little Bit of Coffee was a creation of Pappy and I that we first thought up. And the
Yeah.
whole concept, the whole idea for those that are in here,
Aficionados on the show.
we wanted something that every get done with a great weekend. If Kim's still watching, she knows what I'm talking about. We like you go out to your lake place, you hang out, you fish, you swim. Some people drink heavily, whatever. But Monday morning, man, you get up and it's the work week all over again.
Oh,
Myself, when Monday would come, it was almost like I don't want to say depressing, but like just a step above because now you got 5 days all over again. And so when Pappy and I had first come up with coffee, the idea and the concept was get in here, man, be silly, be fun, obviously keep it where kids can enjoy it as well, and just get in here and be goofball. And so far, Pappy does a great job at that, and so does Jeff. I'm too much of an angel.
yeah, okay.
You can remember those days. Look at it, like, yes.
Yeah, those days like that of 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Sakes, man, I'll tell you what. We used to have a blast out at Hidden Lake where her and I become good buddies. Her husband Rod, oh goodness, what great times. Hidden Lake, Fairmount, Indiana. If y'all are ever in the Indiana area, there I gave them a plug. Hidden Lake. It is a phenomenal place. Oh, many wonderful memories there. What I liked about it was it had like a gated in area. So you get in there, and if you or whatever, everybody kept an eye on each other. Nobody ever really got it. It was a very, very, very rare thing for somebody to get out of line, just because we all were a great group out there. I like those kind of days. You know, we get
Heck
good
yeah.
groups around you, and everybody are watching each other's kids. Everybody's
Oh
also
yeah.
paying attention to. Even then, you know how it is when adults get to drinking. You get that one that just starts getting a little. Back in my days of it, I know I did that at least once.
Yeah.
It might have been twice. I don't know.
But
But
Skinny, I thought you were a big
I
drunk.
couldn't tell you how many times it's happened with my account.
yeah, but see,
Everybody else
I gotta
could,
say,
but I
see,
couldn't.
you and I though, man, we dealt with the others. That was the problem. We were
No,
on
tell
the
me about
wrestling
it.
crews, and we had one. We'll just keep the name out of it, but God rest his soul. And
Yeah.
he yeah,
Mm.
heavy hitter. But yeah, we went through those. Um, so Pappy,
King,
what I
King
was
of
starting to
Sports.
say was I have changed the format a little, where each week we're gonna come in and we're gonna give everybody their own little slot, and they talk about something on their mind, and then we just chime
Yeah.
in. You guys, the guests, you guys chime in if you want to. If you don't, just enjoy. So, Pappy, we're gonna give the floor
Yeah.
over to you, and you said you got a topic for us this week.
I have, yes, I do. I just, you get those ponders, those things that make you stop and wonder, like, hey, Charlie, how are you? I like one of the ponders I have. I just kind of bothers me is, if animals could talk, who or which would be the rudest?
What
And look
animal, if
at
animals could talk, would be the rudest? This is almost
right.
like a top shelf. That's
You know
cool. We
what?
can do
That's
that.
actually very interesting. I would have never thought of that.
A
Yeah,
Um,
gorilla.
I think it would be
I,
the elusive POD. Wait, he can already talk. We already know he's lying.
right.
So,
Would it
some
be like the
sarcasm.
would it be like the lion who thinks he's king crap? He's like the jungle
The
leader, and
gorilla.
the gorilla who can manhandle anybody in the world.
Anybody think one that would be more rude than a gorilla?
I think. Did you heard that? With a 100-man challenge with the gorilla. I think that the gorilla would have something to say about that. I would like to know what the gorilla would say about that. The 100-man
Right?
challenge. Like
He probably can
supposedly
demand it.
100 men can defeat a gorilla. Some people believe that he
What a
could. Some people,
moose!
Right?
hmm.
What
So,
Yeah,
else?
yeah, I
I
think
was
the
thinking
gorilla
like
would have it.
moose would actually would definitely be up there for me
yeah.
because
Yeah,
moose are very very dangerous and extremely territorial, and they
they are
think they're
very
just big old
territorial.
honchos. You know,
Right?
Saying
I
hi to
And then
mean,
moose
and
when I
they've got
said
the
that,
weight
but yeah, he
behind.
probably he'd have been able to. That moose
They
right
got the
there
weight
can
behind
talk.
them. Yeah.
who
Right.
Bullwinkle?
No, Charlie Moose. He's a former
And
pro wrestler with us. Not midget though.
Yeah. No.
Dwarf.
I got
Sorry
you.
for my LP
I
for
grew up.
buddies.
I grew up in Maine, and we had moose around all the time, and
yeah.
they're very big, they're very majestic, and you just leave them alone.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen
yeah,
their knuckles?
I've seen a
Doing
few.
the what?
Their knuckles.
Get out of here with that nonsense. Come on, shortcut.
I was over here thinking too. It's Monday morning. I'm
Yeah.
over here thinking of a moose's hoof.
We're over here talking about what an animal's going to be, which one's going to be crabby and, mean like, and he over here talking about a daggone moose knuckle. Leave it to
Hey,
shortcut.
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
some moose knuckles are mean. I mean,
How about
All right.
this
What
next
else you
one?
got
How
for us,
about this?
Pat?
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Say that again.
How
How
many
many
chickens
chickens?
would it take to kill an elephant?
a cluck load of them.
Clucking right.
What made you think what?
Right. That's what I wonder. These things ponder me. They bother me. I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning thinking about it.
And you actually woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning wondering how many chickens it would take to kill an elephant. That'd be a lot of chickens.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
that'd be
have to
a
be
lot.
mafia.
Probably
They
as
Yeah.
have
many as the
be
former
mafia.
president had put down.
Right,
Yeah, that was a
mafia.
joke to
They
my
give
friend
it
Kathleen.
The only one I could think of is named Foghorn Leghorn. That's about as big as you're
right.
going to get.
Right, mafia chickens or something like that.
Yeah.
Getting away from
I
that,
was,
is cereal soup?
Cereal. Technically, it is cereal soup.
Isn't it? That
You know
means
what? I'm done. I'm signing off. Goodbye.
Come on. You're
You
sitting
did
there
not
on the
just turn
phone.
cereal into soup for me.
Well, is it or is it
I
not?
mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah. This stuff
I
bothers
think
me,
the fellas, I think the fellas are going to agree with me when I ask this on the POD ponders. POD is pondering exactly. Have you begun?
Maybe you need to call Boo and have her
What
set
does
me up in
Pappy
the
have
hall.
in his coffee cup? What is
Yeah,
it?
no
What's
kidding.
in there?
Right. I want to know what you're drinking on, buddy.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one. What sport would be the funniest to add mandatory amount of alcohol to?
I lost you on
Mandatory
that one.
amount of alcohol too?
Yeah, so they had to drink a certain amount of alcohol before they played. What
Cricket.
would be the best? What
I
be
would
the
watch
funniest
Not
sport?
cricket
NASCAR.
all damn day long if they put beer in it.
Wouldn't that be funny? Seeing the players drunk.
Oh
Golf,
my
it's all
goodness!
the
Could
same.
you imagine, like after the NBA was over, though, for one more week, all the teams get to select that team that's a rival, their biggest rival, and they get to play intoxicated.
Mm.
Well, those slam dunks are going to be dangerous.
That's funny.
They say the 85 Bears did it. Let's see another team do it.
What about
It's a good team to
NASCAR?
talk about the
NASCAR would be
85 Bears. Oh,
Sweet
you're
to the
going to get
left.
Chris Andrew going for sure here in a second.
Right.
Chris Andrew, the guy in the chat, that's his favorite team in the world is the Chicago Bears. Yes, sir. Any more ponders there, Mr. Pappy?
Yes,
I got one.
of course.
I got one.
All right.
Is scrambled eggs technically fried chicken?
That's deep, dude.
Think
That
about
is
it.
deep.
Fried chicken.
Man, why are you making my brain trying to smoke in the morning?
I know. It's like,
And not
it's
the way
Monday
that I want.
morning.
That's just no.
All right.
It's scrambled eggs, fried chicken. The answer technically is yes.
Everybody's going.
I know.
We're all scrambling now.
Right.
All right, so let's take a quick break. And when we come back, Jeff, what's your topic today?
Well, I wanted to show the twister, the water spout that happened. I got
I'd
some
love to
footage
see
of it.
that.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll put Jeff on deck and
Okay.
we'll be right back.
All right.
And we are back.
Yeah.
So, we're cut.
Hello.
Now we step up to your world.
Okay.
What you got for us today, bud?
We got
Man,
our stool and
I'm glad I missed this this wonderful spectacular event. There was a twister on Lake Lanier, and somebody actually caught footage of it. There's better footage of it, but I couldn't find it right away. So I have not yet mastered this whole thing. I'm going to share the screen for a minute, and then I'm going to and make it bigger. Everybody see that?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you here, buddy.
All right. See if you can see that.
Wow.
All the way back there. Look at that thing.
Oh, wow.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
A good clip, too. And this is you taping this?
Oh no.
Oh.
No, I missed all of that. I was actually probably driving to one of my DJ gigs during that thing, but I did not see that. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I was just trying to get to work.
Wow, that's pretty detailed, too, though.
all
That
the
is.
all the while that's going on. So yeah, that's what kind of weekend I had.
Was your radio going off saying that there was a tornado near you?
My phone was probably going off something crazy, but it was not phasing me at all because I had to keep focused because man,
Right.
I'm so scared that like I'm not afraid of much, but man, when it comes to possible tornadoes and stuff like that, I'm like panic. But
Good morning, Peggy.
Look,
Uh,
look, you can tell Kim's not had enough coffee too. Nothing enough coffee. That sounds like she's got a little too much nip in her coffee. Like, yeah,
Just a little bit.
I know
nothing enough
a little
coffee.
Irish coffee this morning.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Mm.
Another one, please. That kind of thing.
yeah,
Kim, no nip in the next round.
yeah.
So, what else you got for us, Jeff? Anything?
Well, I was going to ask a few questions for the DJs in the group. You guys,
Good.
what do you guys normally do? Precautions that y'all take during like the when you know it's going to rain? Like what do y'all besides the plastic bags over the speakers? If you know it's going to be a rainy one, obviously inside event because obviously an outside event's not going to happen for weddings and stuff like that. But how do you? I mean, like go about transporting your equipment without getting totally you know soaking wet?
Hopefully, you have really good bags, and then you get as close to the venue as you can, and then run as fast as you can. I mean, I
And being
used to carry a
honest,
canopy with me, but I didn't bother to set up the canopy just for
Yeah,
that 5 feet of space.
yeah,
yeah, I always had a portable one of those outdoor tents that you could just pop up. I shouldn't say always. I always had one, and then it never failed. You know, you go on a trip, you didn't need it, so you pull it out. The very next gig, you'd need it, and it wasn't with you. You know, yeah, we
okay,
had one of those pop ups. Those are not very expensive either, especially in this day and age. Those little 5x5,
No,
six
not
by six
anymore. Those
pop
easy
up,
pop ups, they're running at 20, $25, something like that.
yeah,
and then just get you a cheap roll at Lowe's or one of the yeah, home improvement stores, and get you some mylar just to go around like three sides, so you just have one opening. So even if the
Yeah,
wind would get to blowing, you still got some security on your equipment.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Give a
that's
shout out
personally what I would do.
and probably giving a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Wise for getting married. Man, they didn't let the weather deter them at all. I mean, first it was supposed to be an
nice.
outside event turned into an inside event, obviously. And man, there's supposed to be 50 plus people. And then they, if you've ever seen this venue, I'm not going to mention their name, but it's really beautiful on the outside. They're on the river. Oh, the Orr House, very beautiful. But anyway, they were,
You
it's
The
supposed to
said
be
it's
what?
on the
called the what?
outside. The Orr House, not yeah,
Or
The Orr
okay,
House.
you said that so fast that came out a whole lot
Orr
different,
House.
buddy.
Yeah, it
The Orr
did.
House.
It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I was like, hold up,
I thought
back
he
up,
said or.
rewind.
The Orr House in Dahlonega.
I thought he said or
That's what I
us.
heard. I'm like,
What a great
hold
name
I just
up,
want
for
to
it.
confirm.
no,
But
no,
I mean,
no, I know, no.
it was one of those amazing.
Yes.
What a way to start a Monday morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it was amazing because the sky just seemed to open up right as they're getting married. Everything, the rain stopped, the sun came out. It's like man, they could have had an outside event anyway. But
right.
it was still it went off without a hitch, and it was good.
Nice.
So fun. So
Well, before I forget, shortcut to those of you in the Georgia, Tennessee, that area. He still takes bookings for his DJ services. If
yes,
anyone is interested, you can get a hold of us right there at that email.
weddings, karaoke's, birthdays, you name it. No event too
Yeah,
small.
we
Well, I
even
take the
have
long
his
route.
commercial.
Yeah.
We even have his commercial as you saw up a little bit ago.
Little
Um,
guy, big sound.
and I used to do the DJ thing, but I wasn't like I didn't promote myself or anything like that, just a backup thing. And the only reason I bought the equipment to even do mine was it never failed. You get somebody canceled and nobody else is available. So by word of mouth, people knew I'd come through on an emergency, and it was a nice little side thing. Pappy, you did it for quite a while, didn't you, bud?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did it for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. I had my local karaoke bars every week, and I did weddings and other ceremonies as well.
Do you have a backup book? I mean, like say if there's events that you can't make, you could pass your event down because I mean that's one thing that's a plus with me is like if I can't do it, I can find you somebody who can. You know.
I had
Yeah.
a semi partner that I could look up and see if he wasn't busy, he'd cover and I'd cover his. So
Yes.
yeah, we did
Turtle, did
work
you ever
well
go through
together.
some DJing?
No, I've done a lot of MCing, but I've never done DJing. I've hosted many live events, being in the midget wrestling world and then doing sideshow gigs and things of that nature, but I've never actually gotten into the DJing.
Oh,
Um,
in my hometown area, I have so many DJ friends that I can sit here now and start listening, but I know somebody's gonna get upset because I forgot them. But just to go, give them all a little shout out. DJ Brian Oden, DJ Charles Johnson, DJ Show Off with what he goes as. Um, Troy Miller, he wrestles and also a DJ. He's retired from the wrestling business. I'm pretty sure. Haven't spoke to him in a long time, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's done with the wrestling business. But he is a good DJ as well. There's a lot of them out there, and it's a neat little fun way of making some business, extra side
Yeah.
cash.
In Gainesville, it's a surprise I even get DJ gigs, which tells you how good I am. But the two that I would only two I'd mention right offhand is DJ Flash and DJ Briggs because they've helped me out so
More,
much and yeah they've been amazing. Yeah, they've been helped
Quick
me
good
out.
morning shout out to Miss Jessa Wilson. Good
yeah.
good
morning,
Hey,
morning,
Jessa.
Jessa.
Good to see
Jessica.
you in
Hey,
here
Jessica.
again.
What's up, Jessica?
How you doing, sis?
Uh,
She's a blue diamond.
Hmm.
yes,
She's a
yes.
blue diamond.
Um, Pappy, you got any DJs you want to give a shout out to?
My friend DJ Eric out of Nashua, New Hampshire. He's available for you. He's a great guy. He and I were great friends. We're good friends, and we are also we're good DJ partners back in the day. So that's DJ Brian C. up in the Maine area. He's another great DJ. So if you're looking for someone in the Maine area, Lewiston, Portland area, Southern Maine,
Well,
he's a really good one too.
before I take a break, I wouldn't even feel right if I didn't at least mention this since we're talking about our DJ days. My main thing that I did do in the world of DJ, I was talking about Hidden Lake earlier. For the years I was out there, we would do karaoke quite frequently out there because it was a group that really enjoyed it. And the guy that would run the equipment for me while I hosted essentially was the owner of the lake at the time, son. His name was Adam Smith. And he and I, he was much younger than I, but we became just the greatest of friends. And you guys will know what I'm talking about when I say this. When you get the behind the scenes antics, okay, this guy might be sitting here singing, but you two as the DJs and working on the DJs, you're sitting behind the scenes having your own conversation in your own little world. And he and I's little jokes amongst each other, we legit play practical jokes on each other. And oh my goodness, probably some of my favorite memories of all time.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, if any of you out there are ever considering as a side hustle getting into the world of DJing, you won't regret it. You just need a little muscle for that heavy stuff, that's for sure. But you won't regret it. It's good times, good times.
Good
I want to give one
Oh,
more shout out to back to the DJ days. It's not so much DJ, but it's where they hosted me, and they were my family, and that was Profano's Pub and Bar and Restaurant. They're located in Main Street, Westbrook, in Maine, and they made the best pizzas and Italian cuisine and such. But they're just really good people, and Paul Profano there always treated me so well, and I just want to give him a
say the
shout
name of
out.
the place
So,
again, please.
Profano's. It's
yeah.
right there on Main Street in Westbrook, Maine. Paul Profano's the owner. He's a great guy, and he takes care of staff, and he takes care of customers, and he takes care of the DJs that come in every week. And he's got a great cast of people coming in and out there each week for entertainment. So thank you, Paul, for always giving me the time. And people, if you're in Maine, look up Profano's.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Before we go to this next break, real quick shout out that I want to say, not actually shout out. We try to a lot of local businesses on here and a lot of local upcoming events that, really, we're just looking for a way of getting their name out there a little. Obviously, we're not a humongous yet, but we're working on it. And it can be seen over and over again on our various forms of social media. So if you need a shout out, you want your business to be shout out, you want to come on and be interviewed about your company or upcoming event, just hit us up on the here to our website, or any of our ways of contacting us. Oh, boy, I got kind of lost on that one, didn't I? All right. Well, let's go to break and we'll come back and we'll get some top
Shortcut
shelf.
says, hold up.
What?
Shortcut had something.
oh, man, Dan Lyles from Chateau Music. 2000, man, when I was first starting to be a DJ, he taught me everything I needed to know to get started. I used his equipment, man, toting around all those amps and all that stuff, man. He was ancient. I don't even know how if he's even around, but God bless that guy because he gave me my first ever wedding ever that I ever did ever. And
Brian
I
Oden was like that for me. He couple gigs that I had some really crappy equipment to begin with, and Brian Oden had some really nice equipment, and he saved the day with me a couple times by bringing his equipment. Shout out to Brian. All right, guys, take a break and come back to the top shelf.
Rise and grind, it's that time. Morning sun, coffee chime. Three small folks, one average bro. Tune in now, let's start the show. Tiny crew, big dreams, brewing thoughts, vivid schemes, sipping on that morning brew.
And we're back.
Hey,
Been a long weekend. I might even, my old self might catch me a nap today.
yeah.
Absolutely.
You're not
Before we
already
see them
napping?
Celtics whoop some ass.
Well, until they come to the next round,
Yeah, well,
we'll be waiting.
we're gonna beat up on them Knicks. Then we're gonna slaughter some Pacers.
touchdown.
you
Yeah.
Home
Home
run.
run.
you guys, as our, can you imagine if it comes down to the Celtics and the Pacers playing for the Eastern Conference Final? Me and Jacob will be intolerable in here.
I imagine
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
absolutely. We're gonna need a whole hour to ourselves.
Yeah. What
Top
two?
shelf subject of the week. Let's do drinks. And I don't mean alcoholic drinks. I mean just everyday drinks. If you're we're just saying probably healthiest drink that you enjoy drinking on the daily basis, what would your healthiest drink be? Pappy, let's start with you.
I like water. Just a nice cold glass of water. I do.
Water.
Just straight water.
Straight water, ice cold, fresh out of the filtered water. That is just. I love water.
All right. Water is definitely not one of my things, but in a reverse on that, I get up a lot with a dry throat in the middle of the night, and I always get those jugs of spring water.
Yeah,
And I do like spring water when it's ice cold in the middle of the night. But to drink as a go-to drink, I'm
yeah.
not a water
I
drinker, and I
never used to
probably
be
should
that.
be.
I never used to be that way, but in the last year or two, I've really acquired the taste for it, and that's what quenches my thirst now.
Well, POD,
So,
you got me hyped up on this hydrogen water. I got the little hydrogen thing. Those things are really good. Yeah, he's got it sitting right over there. Yeah.
yep. So hydrogen water. Now, in case any of you have ever seen those hydrogen water bottles, they are very interesting. Yes, they do work. I've had a couple of the fellas ask me, do they work? And yeah, what they do for me is, though, they get my stomach turning. So I know they're doing something down, and my goodness. But the hydrogen water, that's your go-to.
Yeah.
Uh,
Man, I don't know how healthy it is, but I drink what is called an Arnold Palmer, and what an Arnold Palmer is, if for
I
y'all that
love
don't know,
those.
it's either sweet or unsweet tea with lemonade. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I was I was DJing at a bar one time, and this guy came up and asked me. He goes, "Hey man, you want me to buy you a beer or buy you a drink?" And I was like, "No, I don't drink." And then I ordered an Arnold Palmer. He walks up and he goes, what's that? That's a Long Island iced tea. I said, no, that's an Arnold Palmer. He said, I thought you didn't drink. No, an Arnold Palmer is a non-alcoholic drink. But if you guys ever just feel lame and you want to at least look like you have an alcoholic drink on there, either get some Red Bull on ice or an Arnold Palmer, and you look like you got.
I like Arnold Palmers. Yeah, I like Arnold Palmers a lot.
When you drink, it reminded me of my entertainment days. A lot of the nights, I don't like to drink on entertainment days, even when I did drink. And to still make the club money, you guys know as entertainers, former entertainers, you always get those people who want to buy you a drink.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they go up and they buy you a Coke, club ain't making no money.
No.
And so what I used to do is I tell them to sterilize a empty Jaeger and fill it with Coke. And if somebody wanted to buy me a drink, I would come to a specific bartender. Hey, give me a Jaeger on ice or a shot of Jaeger. And so she'd pour me the shot of Coca-Cola, and the guy paid for it. They'd make a fortune. She charged him for a Jaeger shot. And
Yeah.
of course, I look like the stud that could do a whole bottle of Jaeger by the end of the night and still pull just as sober as I did when I started.
All right.
Did you? I mean, after weddings, did you ever get a bunch of freebies? Man, I've went home with like back at my drinking days. I've came home with cases of beer, bottles of wine, bottles of Jack Daniels, all kinds of leftovers.
No,
I
never had that happen. No.
I've had that quite a few times.
I did once, and this was in my drinking days, sadly. But my drinking days, I was a champagne drinker during one point in time. Enjoy the taste of champagne, and went to this particular wedding. And while I'm setting it up, I'm setting the wedding up. I'm at the DJ stuff up, and the lady comes over and says, "POD, you want a drink?" And I says, "You're probably just gonna laugh at me, but I'll take a glass of champagne if you got one." Yeah. She comes over, pops cork, and this particular bottle they had was a very, very expensive brand, and she had expressed $60 a bottle type thing. And I was like, goodness sakes. So I'm sitting there. She told me, this bottle's yours. I set it back there behind the DJ thing and sipped at it throughout the evening. I never saw one person drink champagne that night. Not one. Everybody was drinking beer and all the Indiana normal drinks. We'll leave it at that. And
yes, sir. We'll leave it at that. That's a good way of putting it.
And everybody's drinking Indiana drinks. And
yeah.
So when we get all the way done, everybody's left. And I took my big setup that time. And I'm towards the end of getting all my stuff wrapped up. And the lady comes over, that was basically the bartender lady. She says, "Hey, do you want that champagne?" "Oh, I still got about half bottle." "Yeah, you don't care, I'll take it home." "No, I'm at the," I said, "cases," as in plural. And she's like 3. And each case had like 8 bottles over there. So nobody wanted any. And this was like $60, $65 a bottle.
Holy cow.
And I was like, oh my goodness. Well, back in that time, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, her and I, we enjoy drinking wine and champagne together on certain evenings, family night and stuff. And took her over a bunch of it. I kept a bunch of it. But that's one of those champagnes you can enjoy. And then when all the bottles are gone, you're like, man, I'm never going to have it ever again because that's too darn expensive. It was salty, but yeah. All right, favorite unhealthy. Well, I didn't give you my favorite.
Neither did I.
Turtle?
How you going to skip over the fertile one? You're going to invite me onto the damn show and then completely skip me over? Man, that's messed up.
My dog's over here getting mad at me because he feels like he's
you would.
All right, what's your favorite healthy drink, Brad? Your go-to?
My go-to is a strawberry banana body armor all day.
Those are
Ah,
yummy.
That is pretty good. Pretty
Those
good.
are really yummy.
I have not had one, but it sounds delicious.
It is
They're really
very
good.
good.
They're really good.
They're
I
really
love
good.
that, and most people don't like these, but I take one at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. They do amazing things for your body. I found it when I was doing the wrestling and MCing and everything, and believe it or not, it healed most of my scars faster than any other ointment ever would. Uh, Straight shots of wheatgrass. I love wheatgrass.
Really?
Ooh, I tried that one time. I did not like it.
It's
What does
not
it do
for
for you?
everybody.
What is
It's
the
Just
literally
drinking
like
it?
you're drinking a blade of grass, but it tastes just like grass, and it does amazing things for your body. It
what are the
heals it up.
benefits from it? What
Do
are
you
Huh?
the
do it?
benefits?
Too many people at
My
once. It's all right.
go-to, my go-to drink is the tart white grapefruit. You know, just
Okay.
not the
Yeah.
ruby red, but just the tart actual white grapefruit. Look who had to be involved. He's getting ready to pop his little head up here.
Turtle, do
Yeah.
you do the wheatgrass on your scars topically?
No, I drank it.
You just drink it. Okay.
So what is all the what are the benefits from that?
Boosts your immune system. Boosts healing process that your body goes through. It does a lot of different things. It does different things for different people's bodies. It's not always going to be the same.
Oh,
But
I'm
for
in that.
me, it was mainly for healing, and because of the amount of alcohol that I drink, it was a detox.
Yeah.
It's a straight body detox.
Well, I wish I knew about that way back in the day. So yeah.
I would like to be noted that, you know, I was talking about my grapefruit juice, and that it didn't matter. We just went right back to the wheatgrass.
Well, see, you invite a guest onto the show, and then you ignore them, and then your co-hosts, they're like, "Oh, wait, this guy's a little more interesting than the other guy that's
Yes,
over there, so we're going to
you're
talk to
going to
him
have
first."
your
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
show. For those that don't know, Mr. Turtle and I are working on a second podcast. This will not be a morning one though. This will be more of a evening program. And Slim Trummins, who was in here earlier, he and Turtle, they're whipping up a little surprise for y'all. We'll just leave it at that right now while they're still in the
Yeah.
planning details.
Should
But
be a
on
good
our
show.
page,
Should be
Micro
very
Brothers
interesting.
United,
Yeah.
Micro Brothers United, we're hoping this grows, create an audience and have other podcasts on as well. So, got a
What time?
podcast
What time is
idea?
that
We'd
going to
love to
be?
hear it. We don't know yet. We're still dude,
We don't have
planning
the slot yet.
planning
You're
stages.
not replacing me and Pappy, are you? You're not just moving on. You're not just like
Why? Why?
leaving us on the.
What
How are
did
we
you
going to
say?
get
What
rid
did
of
you
the
To be
sober
on
Cheech
another
and Chong?
show,
We can't do that.
I
Sober
can't.
Cheech and
I
Chong.
can't do another show. Now, I might be behind the scenes guy, but I'm probably going to be part of just this one. Keep my nonsense to a minimum. No comments needed.
Right?
Uh, all right. So healthy drink, grapefruit juice. We got water. We got wheatgrass.
Yeah.
And then Jeff's was, what was Jeff's?
Unhealthy with a healthy drink that was either an
Healthy.
Arnold. I don't know how healthy it is, but Arnold Palmer. We were also talking about the hydrogen water, but yeah, Arnold
Yeah.
Palmer.
All right. So now let's go unhealthy. What is
Ooh.
your go-to, probably least healthy drink that you drink? Let's go the other way this time. Shortcut, go first.
Okay. If you were to ask me about 2 years ago, I had a bunch of unhealthy drinks. Jack and Coke, all that. Just you imagine it. I drank it. Uh, if my go-to would probably be either Jack and Coke or a good IPA, but after I got drunk, whatever was open and offered.
Whatever was open, I feel you on
That's
that.
funny,
After you
Jeff.
get that good, nice buzz, it's like whatever's open, hand it to me.
Yeah.
I don't
That's funny.
champagne. You were talking about champagne earlier. That stuff is like angel honey going down. It's like devil's piss coming out. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I could
Champagne's
Okay.
just nasty.
champagne and wine. I just can't do it. But now my unhealthy thing, because I don't know about you guys, but Red Bull is horrible on the kidneys. and I try not to drink it. But anytime I'm at a bar and someone asks, "Do you want a drink?" I'm like, "Well, I don't drink, but I'll have a Red Bull," and it always comes out. I was like, I do not want to drink any more Red Bull, but every time I'm at a bar,
I've
it's a
never
guilty
drank.
pleasure.
I've never even sipped one. I've never drank a Red Bull at all.
You're either gonna hate it or love them. There's nowhere no
Yeah.
in between with Red Bull.
Yeah.
And I don't know who decided to put Red Bull and Jaeger together. That's also another thing. It's like you're up and down at the same time, and
You
it's
know,
a dangerous place to be.
I was stuck on those rock stars for a while too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I can't swear it.
Jessa likes
I
Red
cannot
Bull.
swear it. But I think the micro wrestler Meatball was the one who invented the Jaeger bomb. And a lot of times people think I'm clowning around, but Meatball, back when he worked for my old company, um, we went into a bar. I couldn't tell you where it was. I want to say Florida, and I recall a time of him asking them to invent him a drink, and they dropped the red Jägermeister shot into a Red Bull, and when they dropped it, that effect made it foam a little, and he chugged it. Now again, I could possibly be wrong. I don't know,
yeah,
but I don't recall ever hearing of a Jaeger bomb. I've never seen one done, and I heard him ask the lady to invent him a drink.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm seeing on here that Jenna wrote Red Bull, and then the new white peach is so good. She says.
It is.
Yeah.
I've tried it. It is very delicious.
Yeah.
probably my most. Yeah, I'd have to probably say the energy drinks. My most. Those energy
Yeah, I
drinks,
can't.
man.
I'm
You
not
come
big on
down from
energy
those
drinks
and just.
anymore.
My
I like that
unhealthy-
white peach. I'll take a good taste of them every now and then, but
Yeah.
I can't do energy drinks no more. It makes my heart race way too much.
But
But you open a can of Pepsi in front of me and you don't offer me one, we're gonna fight.
My brother's that way. Pepsi is his go-to. Ooh wee.
Same.
Soda
Pepsi is my number one go-to, and that's my most unhealthy drink. Period. I'll drink that all day, every day.
I drink a dark cola of any kind, and my dark cola favorite is Coca-Cola Classic. But any dark cola, I like them all. But within a few hours of drinking them, man, my stomach will just start ripping in two, and it is tough.
I only can drink like one or two a day at tops.
Yeah, Sprite's my go-to soda.
Yeah.
And just give them a little plug. Sprite has these new ones out called Chills.
Well,
I have one of them.
another obvious one. Hello.
Yeah, the coffee.
Hey, don't you ever say coffee's unhealthy for us? And a little bit of coffee, that'll get you thrown out of here.
Yeah. I don't know. But
Make sure it's decaf.
I think with coffee.
I started doing these new flavored.
Oh, nice.
And that's a cherry lime.
Cherry lime.
I like it. I do. But I like the they have a strawberry kiwi also. That is just to die for.
Sprite has strawberry kiwi. I'm going to find that.
That sounds.
They got a vanilla frost one out too, but I don't know, man. That must have cocaine in it because right now, I am not kidding you. I cannot find a 12-pack of that for under $22. Wow. I'm like, a 12
vanilla frost makes it sound like it's going to be like a cream soda Sprite.
Yeah, but it's not $22 worth.
It is when they out of stock.
Yeah, so what is in that? They're $12. That's crazy.
It sounds crazy.
$1 per pop can nowadays.
So
did you know? Did you know during Easter that I forget what color caps they put on the Coca-Cola, and the reason why they're different because during Easter, it's the what is it called? The stuff that's in there normally the syrup. It's not cane sugar, but anyway, the fructose corn syrup.
Fructose corn syrup or whatever.
Normally there's fructose corn syrup, but for the religious half of that they have to drink kosher, so it is regular cane sugar, and they got the yellow caps on them, I believe. But if you ever see during Easter the yellow caps, go get them because those have the real cane sugar. Those are like the
that's an interesting fact. I didn't know that. That's really cool.
I just recently this year found that out. I thought that was pretty interesting. So yeah, yellow caps during Easter. Look for them.
Well, gentlemen, great show this week. I'm gonna wrap it up because, well, we're just gonna say the coffee is telling me it's time to wrap up the show. I'm gonna go ahead and do the final thoughts this week, Pappy. I'm gonna give you a week off from it, and gentlemen, and everybody listening and watching, thank you for joining us on a little bit of coffee. And the closing, last week I had discussed it. I just wasn't really ready to talk about it. Had the passing of a nephew. I don't want to get into the detail of how he passed because it's really just it's a family thing. But the part that I wanted to make sure that was brought up today was he and I, we had a wonderful relationship when we spoke. It wasn't often enough. And, you know, one of the things that I have struggled with is I wanted to be there more for him when I felt like he needed me to be there for him. And I think sometimes we get wrapped up in our selfishness and we look around and we say, I'll talk to him tomorrow. I'll get with him this weekend. I challenge each of you today to think of that person in your life that you've had on your heart, you've had on their mind, and you just knew they needed to hear from you. They needed somebody to just say, I love you. And out of this, he meant something. You know, and that's the biggest thing. He meant something. And I think sometimes certain people in life, they need to feel like they're worth something. And so I challenge each of you today, whether family, neighbor, whatever, take a moment today and just let them know they mean something to you. And if any of you that watch us later after it reposts, you have nobody out there to talk to, or you feel nobody's listening, you reach out to one of us. I guarantee you one of us will come and let you know you mean something. So with that said, go Indiana Pacers, to the Boston Celtics, to you, Moose, and to you, all of you that like the Boston Celtics. Go Indiana Pacers, and we'll see you next week on a little bit of coffee.
This has been a Michael Brothers United Productions.